Hi, everyone. This is a warning for particularly high dry mouth. I just woke up a little while ago and I decided to record because I have a lot of stuff I have to get done. And so don't listen too closely to this episode because I don't want to gross you out. But before I get into what I was going to talk about today, is anybody watching the current season of the challenge? This is in real time. Obviously, I mean, if you're listening like 2 years from now, this isn't gonna matter to you. But I think it's called like the new Battle for a New Champion or something like that. It's not the veterans that have been playing the challenge for years, but like newer people in recent years who I guess are trying to make a name for themselves. So anyways, I bring this up because there's this guy on there. I think his name is Kylan. I'm not good with names. And I haven't watched this week's episode yet, but last week's episode, what were they doing? Like they were playing some game or something, or I don't know if it was like Truth or Dare or something. And then he was asked like if he would kiss somebody or if he thought I don't remember. I think it was like if he would kiss somebody. Or if he thought they were attractive or something. You can see my memory is like not the greatest, but I remember the premise. And so he hesitated and the chick got so irritated, like offended because he hesitated on whether or not he would kiss her or he was attracted to her or whatever it was. And she gave him crap about it. And then she like did some little kid bullshit and was like complaining about it to everybody else. That's like one of the things I don't like about these shows is the stupid drama, but I mean like this, like the petty stuff is just kind of stupid. But anyways, so he got wind of this and he shared with her that he is on the autism, I think he said ADHD spectrum, that he's neurodiverse and his processing takes longer. I think that's the gist of what he said. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh my God, I have not heard anybody say that on TV yet. Like the last season of the challenge, somebody had shared they recently found out that they're autistic. And I forgot what the name of that person, because I'm not good with names. I think, like I said, I don't know if I said that. But I thought that was so fucking cool that he said that. And then it was like immediately the other person was like, oh, and like just understood it and accepted it. And I don't know if it's just that like I don't watch. I mean, like maybe this kind of stuff gets talked about all the time on TV and I just don't know about it because I'm limited into like what I watch. By choice. So I don't know. Like maybe everybody's talking about this on TV and I just sound like a clown right now, but whatever. It's new to me and I heard him say that and I was like, holy shit, this is great. And I'm noticing that and I feel so bad for saying this. I'm noticing that some of the people I'm watching on TV like on these types of reality competition shows, I don't initially like them. And like the pattern throughout my life has been, I know this is like a big tangent, but I didn't even start anything yet. So does it count as a tangent? I don't know. I forgot what I was saying. Oh shit. Oh no. What was I saying? I knew this was a bad idea to record early. Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of left my mind. But anyways, I thought that was cool that he shared that. And I thought it was even cooler that the other person accepted the explanation as truth and then pretty much dropped the subject. And it made me wish that this was more prevalent on TV, if it's not already. I really think that this stuff needs to be talked about more so that it's becoming the norm. Like, you know, like a decade ago, it was even a little bit taboo to have like shows about like LGBTQ stuff, and maybe not 10 years ago, maybe like 15, 20, it was a little bit taboo, like the L word when that came out. That caused quite the controversy, but that was like years and years ago. And so, but eventually it became normalized. Like now it's nothing for you to turn on the TV and see two women kissing or two men talking about being in a relationship. Like it's not even like shocking anymore because it's so normal, which I wish it always should have been that way. But so all that to say, I wish the same for autism. I think that it needs to be represented more, and people like him, like Hylan, who shared something like that about himself, not even really even thinking if it was going to be on TV probably, or intending it, or like, that probably wasn't even a thought in his mind. He was just like, this is why I hesitated. Don't be mad at me. And I think the more we see stuff like this on TV, the less we're going to have to explain ourselves to people, because I'm so sick of having to do that. But anyways, I don't remember what the other point I was trying to make with. It was probably, I'm going to kick myself after this, but whatever. But I just wanted to say that was cool to see. So I'm not running out of things to talk about by any means. I can talk all the time. But I did Instacart yesterday, and then I thought to myself, oh man, like I should do an episode about my grocery lists on here, because I'm sure that there's other people that are going to be able to relate. So basically, it was we've been doing Instacart for a couple years now. Only in the last year or so have we been doing it like more frequently, which is weird because we didn't do it this often during the pandemic. We just went into the store with our masks on. I don't know why. But I thought to myself, because like I would get on, like what we do is like I get on my laptop, she gets on hers or phones or whatever, and she adds to the, I'm calling it a grocery list, even though it's just items that we ordered. That's the only way I can describe it. It's just like kind of like a grocery list. And she adds what she wants for the week, and I add what I want. And then when we confirm that we're both done, we submit it, and that's that. So I don't know, was it like a few months ago? I just had this random thought. I was looking at the grocery list and I was like, oh my God, this is not like, is this the stuff I usually get? And then like I went back a few grocery lists, like orders, but you know what I mean? And it was the same kind of stuff. And I thought to myself, oh my God, like what kind of grocery list is this? What kind of food is this for the week? This is it's very strange. And I don't know, I felt embarrassed about it, even though Alicia's never said anything like, oh my God, I take that back. She did once. Yep. How did I forget that? She did. She said something once, like, that's what you're getting for the week. And then that was the only time she said that. I probably gave her a dirty look or something. And I was embarrassed about it because, like, not from her comment, but just like from my realization, like, wow, this is the crap that I order for like my food for the week. And, don't most people get, like Alicia, she'll put stuff in the cart, like normal things for meals, like, I don't know, like ground beef or turkey or, stuff like spaghetti, like meal food, you know what I mean? Like pork chops, stuff like that. That's the stuff that she puts into the cart. And I do not put stuff like that in the cart. And so I thought I was going to get on here and I'm going to go through my orders for the last, like maybe, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe like several of them. And I'll just read to you the stuff that like I bought for the week to be my sustenance, my provisions. Like, this is just really random shit. And keep in mind that like, I do have gyoza from Trader Joe's that I eat, like, I don't know, at least once a week. And I don't order out tons, but I don't eat like actual meals. And I know I've talked a little bit about this before, and I've shared stuff that like I've eaten like same foods and stuff, but I don't think, I'm just going to read to you the things that I added to these lists. And if you're like me, I hope, and you feel like embarrassed about it or somebody's giving you crap about it, hopefully like this makes you feel less that way. So let me look at this one. Okay, so this was from yesterday. I'm going to read the things that I put in the cart. Fruitua water, cat treats, sugar-free mints, milk, Cadbury milk chocolate, coffee, deodorant that's not like gonna burn my arms, Wegmans version of Nutella, Teddy Grahams, granola bars, Jimmy Dean sausage bowl, napkins, Tums, and an extra large Hershey's bar in Celsius for the week. Do you know what I had for dinner last night? I had Teddy Grahams and I dipped it in the Wegmans version of Nutella or whatever that thing's called. That was my dinner last night. So here was the order before that. Fruitua water, milk, orange juice, coffee creamer, tuna for the cats, those frosted flakes, like those little cereal cups, like on the go. I got 3 of those. I got whipped mashed potatoes that you just pop in the microwave. And I got a thing of fried chicken that Wegmans, I don't know. It's so delicious. They fry it up, they cook it. All you got to do is heat it up, and it is like the yummiest thing ever. And so like a couple times a year, I'll get a thing of that, and then and then the mashed potatoes. And then I just kind of like eat like an animal with my fingers. And I just dip the chicken in the mashed potatoes. It's like, I would never eat like that in public. Let's just say that. Then I added whipped heavy cream, mostly for the cats because a couple of them are dairy fiends. I also added a thing of parsley randomly because I do enjoy my parsley. And that was it for that one. And like on this list, like Alicia's adding like real shit, like real food. Like she's got like actual chicken and fruit and stuff like that. Let's go to the one before that. I ordered Celsius, Fruitua water, orange juice, whipped heavy cream, vanilla flavored yogurt covered raisins. But it doesn't say it was artificial. So, like, why is it vanilla flavored? Is it not real vanilla? I don't know, but they're good. Milk, sugar-free mints, stevia, Twizzlers, Frosted Flakes to go, a family pack of Hershey's milk chocolate nuggets, Cadbury dairy. Well, I'm just reading what it says. It's like milk chocolate. It's just a chocolate bar from Cadbury. Those are my favorite brands. A Jimmy Dean sausage breakfast bowl, a burrito, a bag of loose tea. That was it for that. I can't believe that this is like the shit that I order. Okay, let me go down this one. Celsius, Fruitua water, orange juice, coffee, stevia, milk, whipped heavy cream. I know it sounds like we go through like a can a week, but we don't. It's like a can every 2 weeks, but I like to get up like a backup so that when the can runs out, we have a backup can because one of the cats out of the 2 loves dairy, and I don't know why, because it's not really supposed to be good for them, but we've been giving him whipped cream for years, and that's pretty much why we buy it. And then that was that order. Let's scroll down a little bit. What was this one? Celsius, Cadbury, yogurt covered raisins, Hershey's chocolate bar, extra large, stevia, coffee, Klondike cones. So like it's this pack of like 8, and they're so delicious. They're just Klondike cones. I don't know how else to describe it except it is delicious. And I usually, when I would buy it, it would be gone within like 2 days, all by myself. Fruit 2L water, Twizzlers. That's all for that one. I mean, I don't really need to do Instacart for this stuff, but that's how much I don't want to go into the store. Okay, let's go to this one. Fruit 2L water, Celsius. And when I say Celsius, I mean like the pack, like a pack of however many they sell. Milk, Hershey's, almonds and toffee extra large bar. Hershey's cookies and cream, polka dot eggs. I think this was like an Easter one. Mike and Ike's, a box of that. Coffee, ice cream, and celery sticks. Oh, and ramen, because they had the soy sauce flavored ramen. I like that kind. And that's apparently all I wanted that week. I'll read one more. Sorry if I sound gross. Let's go back to a year ago. When did I order then? Fruit 2L water. Gatorade Zero 18 pack. This was October. Why would I want Gatorade during October? That's weird. Ice cream, cat treats, a burrito, sugar-free mints, granola bars, Jack Link's beef jerky. Oh, that was my outshine. When I was on my popsicle kick, I got a box of those. And a can of tuna for the kids. This is the crap that like I order. And that's not all I survive off of during the week. I think. I don't know. So I am not recommending that anybody eats the way that I do. That's not what this is. I'm not like, oh, look at me, this is great. Because by the way, like I have continued to lose weight. Like ever since I had my surgery last year, like I haven't gained any weight. Like I keep losing it. Not like, 5 pounds a week, but like I'm consistently dropping weight. So I think I don't know. I like the way that I eat. I'm not eating that way to lose weight. I'm eating, I think I talked about this part before. Like I eat this way because this is how I used to eat when I left home to join the military. And apparently the stuff that I did in my 20s, like the stuff that I ate and bought hasn't really changed that much in my 40s. Yeah. I don't know if I can say my 40s because I'm only on 40. So can I say I'm in my 40s? Does that count because it's a 40? That's kind of, I don't know. That came out of nowhere. But, yeah, like, so I mentioned before that I think when I found out that I'm autistic, I just kind of stopped eating meals, like dinners with Alicia, because I just never liked eating like full meals like that. And I did because I thought you were supposed to. Like I had that kind of thinking. And when I was in the military, I would just get things that were easy to make or that I didn't have to make at all. Like the most that I cooked for myself was turkey burgers, turkey bacon, and toast. That's all I remember that I actually cooked. I'm sure I did more than that. But like I would get bags of beef jerky, protein bars, bags of like mixed nuts, kind of like trail mix, stuff like that. And I would just pick throughout the day and not think anything of it. I think the most I thought of it at the time when I was in my 20s was this is kind of like what people my age probably do. Like we don't cook for ourselves. I don't have a family. Like I'm not making any actual meals here, but like 20 years later, here I am still kind of eating the same way. And in between that, like for a chunk of, I don't know, there's several years there where I found out that like food tastes good because Alicia cooks good. And that's when I found out that my mom cooked like shit, because I had never tasted food the way that Alicia cooks it. But anyways, so like we would eat meals and stuff for like years. And I thought like, oh, I'm an adult. I'm supposed to have like a full meal, like a full breakfast, a lunch, a dinner. I never liked that shit. And I just did it because I thought I was supposed to, because you keep hearing stuff like, oh, if you have to have fruit and every day and the 5 food groups. Are they still pushing that bullshit, by the way? Because I don't think you need the 5 food groups on a daily basis, but that's just me. But I don't feel embarrassed about it anymore, about the stuff that I eat and that I buy. I just kind of accept that this is just how I am and what I like to eat. And I don't know, like, I feel like I just I don't want to take the time to sit down and have a meal and, like a meal around the same time every day. I didn't like that because I wasn't always hungry at the same time every day, which is why I gained weight, because I would eat when I wasn't hungry because it was dinner time and I thought that's what I was supposed to do. Like, this is so embarrassing to say out loud, because this wasn't even that long ago that I was doing that. And then, all it took was finding out that I'm autistic, and I'm like, oh, fuck dinners, man. I don't have to sit down and eat that shit every day. Like, it just gave me permission to I'm just going to do what I want and try to be okay with it. And sometimes it works out, and sometimes I go through like a wave of shame before I accept that, oh, this is how I am. I don't know if any of that made sense. But, yeah. Those are the kinds of things that like I order from Instacart, and if I go in person to the grocery store, that's the same stuff that I get. I eat sugar-free mints every night before bed. I have mentioned that before. I think I have a few of them while I'm playing my games and reading the New York Times. Yeah, I just get the same kinds of stuff because that's all I really want. And then sometimes I add more chocolate and candy into the cart than I should, but it's like, you would never know that a 40-year-old woman was like ordering actual groceries. Like, that was her grocery list when you look at that. I don't know. And then like looking at Alicia's stuff, chicken, pork chops, like I said, like real shit. She gets like pasta. She'll sit there and make a homemade pizza for herself for like to last a few days. And I don't know. I am so lazy. I just don't feel the need to cook like that just for myself. How boring. I don't know. Whenever I've cooked stuff, like it's been for Alicia too. So like it makes me try harder to like make it taste good, and like it makes me more motivated to cook if it's for somebody else. But if it's just for me, like I'm not doing it. The most elaborate I get for myself is when I do homemade ramen. I haven't done that in a couple of years. And that's not even that elaborate, but for an autistic person it is. So yeah, that's all I have for today. If any of you out there eat and shop like I do, you're not alone. And, if I have added, like, if I have shaved 10 years off my life, like, that I could have lived if I ate better, I don't fucking care. Because I'm not trying to live till I'm 100. And anything can happen at any time. Like, I could have an aneurysm. I could get hit by a car. Like, how many times have you heard shit like that? So I'm not going to sit here and eat vegetables and fruit and protein and whole grains every day, because no, thank you. Okay, so hopefully this episode made some sort of sense. I think I feel a little bit more awake now, so I have no idea how this is going to sound. If you got this far, maybe it sounded kind of okay and it was relatable. But yeah, thanks for listening. Goodbye.